What's up, guys? It's Sam here, and today I'm just going to do a quick little video recapping on what has been going on in the markets this week. So what's been going on a massive topic has been this Evergrande scandal, or Evergrande, however you want to say it, that's been going on in China. So there's a company in China that are an absolute massive real estate company, and they are about to potentially default on 300 billion worth of debt, which means they're not going to meet their interest payment. So I'm just going to have a quick look at what was actually going on there, and we're just going to see what it was and why it's been grabbing so many headlines and some of the repercussions that could potentially go on all around the world. So just remember, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and remember to like and follow our Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of that kind of stuff. If you're interested in grabbing some free Bitcoin, join BlockFi down below, and also Nexo as well. So thanks, guys. I'm going to get straight into this. It's going to be a quick video explaining what was going on. Right, so guys, this article that I found just a bit about what the Evergrande scandal is and what's kind of going on over there. I've just gone with the Irish Times. So this is an article that I saw today that explains what's going on and the kind of situation that is happening in China and potential repercussions all around the world. So Evergrande is coming up on its next interest payment. They're potentially not going to be able to make it, and that was what was happening earlier on in the week. And that's why we saw a bit of a sharp decline there on Monday. And we've had a bit of a rocky market since, and especially in the crypto market too, because they potentially do own some crypto related to the Tether token, which they potentially might sell to try and pay off this interest payment. But look, they missed their payment. So yesterday it appeared that they actually had made the payment. Today, it's already risen out that they actually lied about this and they didn't make the payment. So now they're into a 30-day grace period. So the company, as you can see here, the company owes 305 billion in debt, and it is run short of cash. You have people working for Evergrande that are taking out loans to try and help the company stay afloat. You have the people asking family members for cash. It's a complete and utter disaster. But this kind of stuff has been going on with Evergrande for a while. They are over leveraged, and that is what is causing all of these problems. Like, they've had shortfalls in cash and things like that before as well. So this is not kind of the first time that they've had these kind of issues, but it's the first time that they are looking at a potential default on their cash. So they have a payment deadline of 83.5 million that has to be paid in bond interest. So without paying this interest, they are actually defaulting on their loans. So a couple of the things that could go on here is possibly the Chinese Communist Party. They could basically pay off this debt. They could take it into state repercussions and assert more control over the real estate market that the more than they currently do have anyway. So there's a couple of options that are going on there, but it's not good for this company to actually to default on this loan, because they employ millions of people in China, even directly or indirectly. So this is a huge issue that could have repercussions all around the world. So they're saying this is nearly to the scale of a Lehman Brothers collapse of 2008, and that's triggered off the whole financial crisis in 2008. The good thing is, for us Europeans and people from the US, there is not too many ties to China. So as you kind of go through here, you'll see, 1 second there. Yeah, only 20 billion of Evergrande's debt. So only 20 billion of Evergrande's debt is in offshore accounts that they owe the money to. So the rest of it is all inside China. So they owe money to different banks and maybe even to the state inside China. And a lot of this is just because of how over leveraged China's real estate market is. So for example, like in Ireland, you're going for a mortgage and you earn 50k, you're probably only going to get around 200 to 250k so 3 to 3.5 times your annual salary. In China, to get a house, you're looking at 40 times your salary on an average basis to buy property. which is absolutely crazy. So these companies have gotten ahead of themselves. They've built thousands and thousands of properties, ghost towns, all that kind of stuff, and they can't fill them. So there was an article that I saw as well, where in China, this company could literally fill the entire populations of Italy, the UK, Germany, France, Spain. They could all fill into these flats and houses, and they're completely unoccupied at the moment, as they're literally too unattainable for the average person to purchase. So this is an issue that they're coming on. They're going to have to cut prices. They're going to have to try and sell as much of this property to try and pay off the debt that they've incurred over the last few years. So this kind of thing it's huge. Like, it's a huge issue. Like, so what is going to happen here is, you'll see here, the People's Bank of China has injected 270 billion yuan, I can't really say it that well, but this cash injection in the last week is the second largest weekly sum since January, and has helped put a floor under the Chinese stocks. So the Chinese government are acting on this, and they're going to see, can they balance it out and try to prevent any crisis. This is another thing, that they're going to be printing more money. It also could lead to inflation in China, and also devaluing of the currency on a world scale. So a lot of this stuff it's so relevant to what is going on in other parts of the world. It's an example of what happened in 2008, when the real estate market got way over leveraged and it collapsed. And it's looking like a very similar situation that's happening here in China. So there's more as you go into it. Evergrande shares have handed back some of their gains, but they've actually fell nearly between 85 to 90% over the last 6 to 7 months. So this stock has lost people a hell of a lot of money. The jury is out there to know what is actually going to happen with this. We don't know if they're going to make the payments, the way that it is. We don't really know what's happening on the ground in China. We don't know how they're dealing with this. But from my estimates and what I've read, they're going to be looking at possibly getting a state bailout. They'd have to hand over some of the property. They could be used as an example and be allowed to collapse. So then the state can say, oh, we need to exert more control and more regulation on these kind of things. So yeah, at $300 billion in debt, you might wonder how that happens. And it's how it happens in an over-leveraged real estate market. So this is an absolutely crazy situation, and it's going to be unfolding over the next few weeks. If they do default, they don't pay this, they're not bailed out. We could be looking at more of a downside potentially in the market, as people kind of get a bit scared and get a bit of a fear, uncertainty and doubt in the market. So yeah, it's just one of the massive stories that's breaking at the moment. It's potentially one of the things that could derail the whole world economy, but we're lucky that it's all mostly based in China, and US and European equities do not have much exposure to this. So look, it's something that was absolutely worth noting. It's something that is one of the main things that's happening in the week at the moment, and explains a bit of the turbulence in the markets, especially in the stock markets. It happened earlier on in the week, and also the crypto market, especially with the Tether coin that they supposedly hold, but again, we don't really know if they actually have that or not, just rumors. So yeah, look, thanks guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got a bit of information of what is actually going on, and look, we're going to be seeing how this unfolds over the next few weeks, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you guys.